Welcome to Lucrative Literature. I am the Lucrative Lord. I thank everybody for joining in to the first episode that we have. Thank you for the subscribers, the followers, and all of the comments on the 4 Agreements. That was the first book that we talked about on Lucrative Literature, but today we will get into the second episode in which I will present the next book that is very lucrative. It's great for personal development and for everyone out there that has a desire to focus on what's important to you. Maybe that might be a creative project that you're involved in, or maybe a task, or just an assignment of any sort that you're just really needing to focus and zero in on. This book will help you with all of the necessary tools and gadgets that you need to accomplish whatever it is that you desire. So the second book that we'll do on Lucrative Literature is Deep Work by Cal Newport. I have the physical copy. I actually went and picked this up from Barnes and Noble. It was a beautiful trip that day when I went to go get this book, just to be around a community of people that enjoy literature. It was a great vibe in Barnes and Nobles. Shout out to Barnes and Nobles. For everybody that's tuned in, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, provide any feedback that you have on the book. I really enjoyed this book a lot because 4 things that stood out to me was time, location, end of day, and collaboration. Those are my 4 biggest takeaways that I had. In regards to time, the book really stressed the importance of what time is a good time for you to actually focus on whatever it is that you have at hand. Do you wake up early in the morning, maybe 4:30 in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? Is a better time for you in the evening to complete the task that you have at hand, where you're able to focus and do what Cal Newport described as deep work. Even when we think about time, we think about increments as well. Do you just want 30 minutes of focus time? Is it 90 minutes that you'll focus, or is it even 15 minutes that will allow you to focus and go deep into the work that you're wanting to do? So those are just a couple of different ways that you can actually look at time. You have to figure out a time that works for you. Next is location. Even as you can see in this second episode of Lucrative Literature, we decided to switch up the location. The environment that you're in can impact the work that you're doing, whether it be at home. Even in our current climate, is working from home, is that a good environment for you? Is that a good location? Have you seen your productivity level go up working from home, or have you seen it decrease? Me personally, I get more work done when I'm in the office. Location allows you to look at your work different as well. So anybody that's an artist, you might create music. Is it better to do it in your home studio, or is it better for you to actually go to a studio where there's a different audience in which you might create differently and you might have a different outcome with your music? So environment is very important. Maybe you're writing a book of your own, or it might be a project that you're working on. So one thing that Cal Newport talked about in this book was grand gestures. I believe that's what it was called. And it talked about one instance where this gentleman was writing a book and he knew that he wanted to go deeply and focus on that work. So he actually booked a flight to Tokyo, and it was just a round trip. And during that flight, he was able to complete his project or his task. So location is very important when you want to think about the work that you're doing also. Another big takeaway for me in this book was, what time do you end your work? The time that you get off from work, is it 4:30? Is it 3 o'clock? Is it 2 o'clock? What is that non-negotiable for you? Where is that boundary for you in regards to what time you actually stop? So that was one thing that stood out to me. Somebody might be about to negotiate a new job situation. So when you negotiate your pay and your schedule, what time are you telling them that you need to stop doing your work? Or will you go to your manager, or will you just ingrain it in yourself that you'll stop at a specific time? Another thing that stood out to me was when he spoke about actually ending your day or the task that you're doing. You definitely want to end it in that moment, and simply just don't take work home. I'm sure that might be a non-negotiable for a lot of people, but then again, you might have some people who take work home. They might still check their email once they're actually at home, but it actually impacts you and it makes you less productive because you're not giving your brain and your body a chance to reset. Let's say you just stop that work at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. for that day. You don't check any emails, you don't take any phone calls in regards to the work, and you return back to the work the next day. You'll be able to return back to that work energized and just have a better overall outcome with that work. And lastly, collaboration. Collaboration is so key. That's how you can get more depth from out of your work. Even with the Lucrative Literature platform, I can't do any of this alone. I have to partner with my guy here, Cedric, where we can get different perspectives, and he can bring the best out of me, I can bring the best out of him. So when you think about deep work, don't think that you have to just lock yourself in a room and try to focus and do things alone. Be sure to get out there and collaborate with other people. It's collaboration over competition. Iron sharpens iron. So get out there and connect with other people so they can bring out the best in you. Those are just some of my takeaways from the book, but I recommend it. Deep Work, Cal Newport. However you need to digest this information, whether it be an audio book. I enjoyed the physical copy. This book really helped me out because I was actually facilitating a class while I was reading this. So each day we had an hour-long lunch break, and I would peek into this book and just get some takeaways from it. I've only read it one time. Since then, I've just been peeking into it, but it's a very good book, and I enjoyed it, and I'll continue to look into it and take away what I can from the book. So I recommend that you all give it a read, peek in, read the whole book. If not, you can just look at it and take in whatever you can take in. But this is the second book on Lucrative Literature. It's a good one. Y'all have a good one, and you know that I'll leave you with this one. Don't ride on the train, engineer the train. Peace and love to everybody.
Every day.